So the role of timer is open. Is anyone interested to take it up? Bhavani, can you take up timer?
I won't be able to be throughout the meeting, sorry.
Rashmi ma'am, can you please take up the timer role?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so we have all the all good, ma'am. Who's the first speaker evaluator? All right, good evening, everyone. Let's quickly get started with the business session for today. First up, we have the update on role takers for the next week from VP Education Toastmaster Ankita. All the roles and speech slots for the next week are open. Interested members can kindly contact Toastmaster Ankita to book your speech slots or roles. Next up, we have an update. We have two important updates from our VPPR Toastmaster Gaurav. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters. So again, I request all the members to please follow District 121 social media because it plays a very important role in the Hall of Fame goal. And one more is, as I mentioned in the last meeting, I'm accepting articles for the newsletter, which is Empowering the Best in You. So I request all the members to please send in your articles before time, that is 20th of December.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that update. To reiterate, the newsletter article writing is open. Interested members, I request all the members to please give your contribute for articles for the newsletter. We are probably going to get it printed this time, of course, with the permission of our treasurer sitting here. Thank you. And we have another important update from our immediate past president. Although he is not here in person or in the online, he's, however, been generous enough to send me an audio note, which I'll be playing right now.
Fresh year, Sergeant Arms to the President, that is, President, VP Education, VP Commercial, VPPR, Secretary, Treasurer, and Sergeant at Arms. I request each and every member who are interested to nominate for the Executive Committee January to July 2022 to send their nominations to me on my personal mail ID, by 21st of this month. The nomination will be considered once it is sent to my personal mail ID. Wishing you all best of luck for the nomination. I request to see many nominations come up. Handing over the charge back to the President. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Udan. So just to reiterate, the nominations for the next term are open. Interested members can definitely give your nominations, file your nominations with DTM Udan by the last day, that is the 21st of December. This is a brilliant opportunity for you to showcase your leadership and also grow your leadership skills and talents while serving the club. This is a beautiful opportunity. I request everyone to kindly, use this opportunity. Well, I have another good announcement from myself, or rather, the service that is done by a few of our club members in the last week. So there was a demo meeting held in Arian's group of institutions, and almost 5 members from our club they have taken up roles in that demo meeting and helped them conclude a very good, beautiful demo meeting. And also, that club is going to get chartered in a while. So I just want everyone to give a round of applause for them doing the same. That's all for the business session. The sergeant can now take over.
Good evening, to all Toastmasters and dear guests. Be grateful. It might just be a two-letter word, two words, but it is a word which has the deepest meaning. When I saw this theme for the first time, the only quote which came to my mind is "Always have an attitude of gratitude" by Sterling K. Brown. Few countries like United States or this 1 second. To continue, I'll continue right now. So, as I was saying, in few countries like United States or Canada, they celebrate this day called Thanksgiving. So, in this day, the entire family sit in a dining table before their dinner. They start off by saying what are they thankful for 2 to 3 minutes. I believe why do we have to celebrate this for a day in a year, but why not we make this a good practice of saying people how thankful we are for them for the service or any help they do in our lives. For example, you're at a restaurant, a waiter comes and serves you a dish. You can start off by saying thank you with a huge smile on your face. Or for example, a security guard opens a car door for you or a house gate. You might just look at him and say thank you. It might mean a lot to them. Let's not go so far or that far also. For example, you wake up in your house in the morning, your wife or your mother gives you a cup of coffee. You can just give a smile and say thank you for the cup of coffee. I'm sure many of us won't do this currently, even accepting myself. I don't do this, but let's make it an habit of thanking and greeting people for whatever service they do, let it be a small or a big help. So let's make a habit of saying thank you for all the people who help us. Maybe it might just be a small gesture, but for them it might mean a lot to them. So with this, I like to introduce a person who has a lot of common to my likings as well. He is a BCom graduate like me from the same college. He's my senior from Jain University. And he is someone who likes to bike and bike riding. He likes to go to long travels also, same as me. And he's someone, I'm happy that I know him personally well. He's someone who can reach out to him anytime. He's a kind and he's a humble person. And I can assure you that whenever you call him or contact him with any doubt, he'll always be there to help you with open arms. With a huge round of applause, please help me welcome the president of today's of our club, Toastmaster Sai Singh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that warm introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I see we have a few guests in house today. I would like the guests to kindly introduce themselves and tell us how they got to know about this club. Starting with Sri Harsha.
Hey, hi everyone. This is Sri Harsha. I'm basically a chartered accountant by qualification. So I work in a consulting firm which works around startups, business advisory, and all. But that's all for another day. But I'm here for the same reason why you all are here, to improve. So I got to know about this club from a friend of mine. He used to come here. So when I was searching for the best clubs in Bangalore, so I've come across yours. So I happened to speak with your Spooty. So which is why I'm here. Happy to be here.
Most welcome to our club.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, can we have Nitish?
Yeah, hello all, good evening. And first of all, I would like to apologize for not being able to turn on my video. That is due to some poor network. work, and I apologize for that. I got to know about the club by the none other than the our friend Harsha, who spoke just a while ago. We both work in same firm, perhaps a little bit of different roles. He's a CA and I'm an MBA. So we both are here for the same purpose. And I'm also very happy to be among with you people. Thank you.
Welcome to our club. Next, can we have Ravindra?
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm not able to switch on my video because of a bad bandwidth. So I'm basically I'm a chartered accountant by profession, working in Narayan Rudale as a vice president. So I heard about this forum from a couple of my friends. I just wanted to explore, how the experience will be with regard to improving your communication skills, including public speeches and all. So one of my friend has introduced about this club. So I'm happy to be associated with the club going forward.
We're glad you're welcome to the club.
Thank you.
Next, can we have Gopinath?
Hi, I'm Gopinath here. I've heard of Toastmasters for a long time. I know about Toastmasters, but had never thought of joining it. At some point of time, I realized that I need some intervention for myself, and therefore here I am. I'm a digital marketer and a management consultant, and probably this club and interactions with you people will help me a lot here. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. Welcome to our club. Yes, Soumya.
Hello everyone, this is Toastmaster Soumya from We Talk Toastmasters Club. So I've been a part of a couple of Toastmasters meeting at your end. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of Mekon Club meeting. So here I am yet again to be a part of this another meeting at your end. I got to know about this meeting from Instagram post of yours. So yeah, looking forward for some amazing speeches as well as table topic session. Back to you, Sai Snehal.
Thank you and welcome to our club. Next, can we have T.me?
Me.
Yes. Can you please rename yourself as well?
I'm Tamme. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm got this link from Facebook.
Wonderful. Welcome to our club.
I'm recently only 2 minutes ago I joined this meeting.
That's wonderful to know.
So I can understand what the matter of this meeting. If you can explain me the what kind of the matter of the meeting. Do I know as a Bangladeshi, so I can speak well English? I always take. I know letterings, but it is not for communicate. I hope you understand.
This is the right place for you to honor your speaking skills. Welcome to our club. Well, that's all for the guests. Next, can we have the secretary please read out the minutes of the previous meeting 1138?
A very happy evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Minutes of the meeting number 1138, online and hybrid meeting held on 29th November 2021. Theme, Live Life Fun Size. Word of the week, Pretty. The business session started at 6:34 p.m. and was chaired by our president, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. In the business session, the following points were discussed. President Toastmaster Sai Snehal informed that the 2 speech slots have been booked by Toastmaster Prakash and Toastmaster Balaji AS, and all other roles are open for the next week. VPPR Toastmaster Gaurav reminded the members to follow the District 121 social media accounts as the same accounts to the credits towards the Hall of Fame. VPPR Toastmaster Gaurav again made an announcement inviting articles for the quarterly newsletter. The theme is Empowering the Best in You. The deadline for the article is on 20th December 2021. All members are open to send articles. The regular meeting started at 6:37 p.m. Sergeant Adams, Toastmaster Sanjana started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to the President Toastmaster Sai President Toastmaster Sai Snehal opened the meeting, spoke on the theme, and introduced the Master of Ceremonies for the day, DTM Mudanka. Master of Ceremonies DTM Mudanka spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day: Timer Toastmaster Shiva, Accounter Toastmaster Rishabh, Grammarian Toastmaster Sanjana, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Raghunandana. The prepared speech session had the following speeches. First speaker was Toastmaster Ujjwal, attempting level 3 project 1, and the evaluator was Toastmaster Vijay Upendra. Speaker 2 was Toastmaster Sandeep, attempting level 3 elective 1, and the evaluator was Toastmaster Arundhati. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Following with the speakers, Toastmaster Shiva, Toastmaster Rishabh, Toastmaster Raghunandana, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, DTM AK Prabhakara, Toastmaster Bhavani, Toastmaster Sai Sunil, and Toastmaster Krishnamurthy. The general evaluation session was conducted by Toastmaster Gaurav. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Sandeep, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Arundhati, Best Table Topic Speaker DTM AK Prabhakara, Best Role Taker for Tab G Toastmaster Sanjana, and Best Role Taker for MTG Toastmaster Gaurav. The President closed the meeting at 8:39 p.m. Thank you, and over to you, President.
Before I could ask for an amendment, there's been one amendment in terms of the project and speech, which shall be corrected by the Secretary, Toastmaster Ujjwal, and the revised MOM will be sent shortly. Are there any other amendments apart from this? If not, I shall consider this as accepted and I open meeting number 1139. We often take for granted the things that truly deserve the most gratitude. How many of you have ever paused and felt grateful about certain things in your life? Answer is for yourself, because you truly know what you're grateful without anybody else needing to know. When I was young, I took things for granted, like many other kids do, not realizing what life is on the other side. But as I grew up, when I saw the world from another angle, I realized that we are actually very privileged to a lot of things. And we slowly start to be grateful to those many things. It does not matter what you have or how much you have. What matters is if you're grateful to it or not. Let me tell you a story on this. There's a very rich man named Carl. He had a very huge estate and he had a horse just to wander around his estate. And he used to do that every evening. One fine evening, when he was wandering around his estate on a horse, there was an old tenant farmer who was in the land. He was sitting under the tree, holding a bowl with food in it and looking at the sky. Carl went to him and asked, "Hey Hans, why aren't you eating your food? Why are you looking upstairs?" To which Hans says, "I'm just thankful to God for the food he's given to me." Carl then he just sighed and he just told him, "If that's all I have, I wouldn't be grateful." Hans was like, "This is all I need. And I'm very grateful to God for giving me this." And he also added, "I just wanted to mention to you, since you are here, last night I had a dream which said, the richest man in the valley will die tonight." On hearing this, Carl was very scared. He went back home and immediately called his doctor. The doctor came, did all the checks that was required, and told him, "You're healthy and strong as a horse. You're not going to die tonight." But even then, he requested the doctor to stay the night with him. Nothing much happened. He did not die. He was alive the very next day too. But his messenger came and told him he has a very sad news for him. He was scared what might be approaching him. She furiously asked him, "What was it?" "It is about our Hans, the old man. He died last night." It's truly not about what you have. It's about if you're grateful to it or not. Sometimes we are not reminded or we don't remember why we should be grateful or not. Let me tell you another beautiful story, which is really amazing. There's a young boy sitting on downstairs of a building with a small hat in his hand and a sign card. Every person who just passing by with the spare change, they're just putting in it. One man, he just passed by and he saw him. He saw there was something wrong with it. The sign says, "I am blind, please help." A man later, he just comes with a loud, different footsteps that the boy could recognize. The man put some change, took his sign card and just wrote, "The world is beautiful and I cannot see it." With this, in a single afternoon, his hat was filled, which would probably take months for him to do so. We all are privileged, blessed to have certain things in our life. It's just that we need certain reminders to truly show that we actually should be grateful for all these things. Gratitude is nothing but a genuine appreciation for the things that we have. And I would like to appreciate a member of our club and also the Master of Ceremonies for today, for the person she is and the service she does. For the last 1.5 years, the world has been trampled upon, and the doctors were the most hard hit, and yet they continue to come strong. Every time she's behind the lectern, she puts in value with her calm and composed nature, and it leaves me awestruck every single time. She's a graduate from BMS College, and she's a gynecologist in profession. She believes that, or rather, that's what she looks forward is happy mothers and healthy babies. I'm sure there are a lot of mothers out there who are very grateful to her today. Please welcome the Master of Ceremonies for today, Toastmaster Arundhati, with a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much, President, for those beautiful, heartwarming words. Thank you. Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters. Good evening, Mr. Sri Harsha, Mr. Mutnish, Mr. Ravindra, Mr. Gopinath, and Toastmaster Soumya. Few weeks back, I heard a statement: gratitude and disturbance can never coexist. I just wanted to experiment on myself. Whenever I realize that I am disturbed, I try to bring that sense of gratitude. Yes, it worked. It helped me to heal better and faster. I would like to share one story regarding this. Once upon a time, there lived a sage who used to perform penance every 6 months in the forest and come back to the village and live with his fellow beings in the village like any other normal being. He had a disciple who used to follow him wherever the teacher goes. Once, after completion of penance, when they came back to the village, for their surprise, the hut where they lived was without roof. The wind had blown away the roof. The disciple got highly agitated and started screaming, "We perform penance for the welfare of humanity, and this is the justice we are getting in return." Seeking approval, he looked at the teacher. For his surprise, the teacher was kneeling down on the floor with stretched hands and praying, "Lord, oh my Lord, your ways are your ways." While in the forest, I used to think the weather is very cool and I may be claustrophobic once I come to the village in that small hut. You heard my feeling and you've taken care of me by removing the roof. Thank you, my Lord. Your ways are your ways. The disciple got really angry but kept quiet. After a while, there started a sudden downpour, and within no time, both of them got drenched in that rain. The disciple got all the more irritated and started screaming. However, the teacher started dancing in the rain, continuing his prayer. Oh my Lord, your ways are your ways. I had not taken bath for 6 months, and you are purifying me with your celestial showers. Thank you, my Lord, for your kindness. The disciple couldn't control anymore and ran to the teacher, started screaming. There is a limit for everything. When such an injustice is happening to us, how can you praise the God? The teacher continued. Oh my Lord, your ways are your ways. Just to make me understand myself better and just to make the right approach, just to understand me the right approach to life. You are creating such people and making them live with me. Thank you, my Lord. The disciple got totally confused and requested the teacher to explain what he meant. The teacher told, my dear child, I don't know whether God exists. I don't know to whom I'm praying, and I don't know whether my prayers are reaching him. But one thing I'm very sure, that is, whenever I am in the space of gratitude, my being is completely satisfied, and that makes me very happy. Whatever makes me happy is the right approach to life. I'm very sure about this. Yes, whatever makes us happy is the right approach, and gratitude is the one. When things happen in the way how we want it to happen, definitely it's easy for us to be grateful. Only when things go against us, it's not easy to feel grateful. However, it's not impossible. One of my patients taught this to me a few years ago. She was a 7 months pregnant lady. While traveling in one of the busy roads near airport with her daughter and husband, she met with an accident. There was absolutely no fault of hers. The vehicle, which was coming in the opposite direction, crossed over the median and hit her vehicle head-on, and all three of them sustained injuries and got admitted in the hospital. And my unfortunate patient sustained miscarriage and lost her unborn child. Though she didn't come to me because it was quite far off, I was garnering the information through one of the common contacts, common family friend. After 10 days, I get a phone call from her. Hello, Arundhati ma'am, it's me. My heart started pounding. I felt miserable. I told her, I'm very sorry, dear. It shouldn't have happened to you. Do you know what she told? Ma'am, it's okay. When God decides only 3 people should survive in this family, this is the best thing to happen. If I had lost my daughter or my husband, or if they had lost me, the situation would have been very bad. This is the best thing to happen if God decides so. What a way to look at life. Yes, we have to concentrate on things which are left with us, not about the things which have left us. At this point of time, let me be grateful for this beautiful environment, for this great audience, and to the person who has made this very moment possible for all of us, Mr. Rav C. Smith, who established Toastmaster International in the year 1924 at Santa Ana, California. It started as a single club, however, grown extensively into 143 countries, having member clubs of more than 16,600 and members over 357,000. For the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the typical Toastmaster session, which comprises of 3 sessions. First session is of prepared speech, where the speaker comes prepared with a topic and delivers a speech for 5 to 7 minutes. And second session is of table topics, where impromptu speaking skills of the members is tested. And the third session is of evaluation, where general evaluator and his team is going to evaluate the proceedings of the session. For any great job, we need a team. And I have a great team today who help in the proper conduction of this meeting. I would like to introduce my team members. I would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Rashmi.
Am I audible and visible? Okay, good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today I am taking the timer role. So, as a timer, I will keep track of the time for the table topics, speeches, and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker for the time they have left using green, yellow, and red cards. For table topics, at 1 minute, I will raise the green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds yellow card, and 2 minutes red card. And for the other speeches, at 5 minutes, I will raise the green card, at 6 minutes yellow card, and 7 minutes red card. And evaluations, individual evaluations, at 2 minutes green card, at 2 minutes 30 seconds yellow card, and at 3 minutes red card. Thank you. Back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. I would like to call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Shiva, to introduce his job.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My role today is of grammarian, and I will be making note of the good usages and not so good usages by all the speakers. And the word of the day is garner. And a usage in the English language would be the police could not garner sufficient evidence. And I'll be giving my report at the end. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. I would like to call upon the accountant, Toastmaster Ujjwal.
A very happy evening once again to all the fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. By taking the role of an accounter, it improves your observational and listening skills. And then coming to the purpose of an accounter is to note any overused words or filler sounds used as clutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be or er. I'll give my report at the general evaluation session. Thank you, and over to Master of Ceremonies for the day, Master Arvind.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujjwal. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Gaurav as PP evaluator.
Good evening once again. As a parliamentary procedure evaluator, I request all the members who are online to kindly switch on our videos, because switching off, they might be not able to see your face, and looking at your face might be an encouragement for the speaker to speak. And I also request the speakers to refrain talking about sex, religion, and politics. And the members who are in offline, please put your phones in silent, because if a speaker is speaking here virtually, and if your phone rings with a weird ringtone, it might distract the speaker. I request all the members who are in the meeting to, if you're in case leaving the meeting in between, please leave during transition so that it doesn't disturb the speaker while giving his speech. I'll give my report at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Without much ado, let me start the first session of prepared speech. I would like to call upon the evaluator, DTM A.K. Prabhakara, to read out the guidelines.
The purpose of this project is, am I audible there? Okay, the purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional or unintentional body language, as well as learn, practice, and refine how he or she uses non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. During the completion of this project, the member has spent time learning about and practicing his or her body language, including gestures and other non-verbal communication. About this speech, the member will present a well-organized speech on any topic. Watch, the evaluator and audience are supposed to watch for the member's awareness of his or her intentional or unintentional movement and body language. We may have to note the distracting movements as well as movements that enhance the speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. Speech is not a report on the content of the effective body language project. Over to Toastmasters.
Thank you, DPM P.T. Prabhakara. Our first speaker for today is a banking expert. If you have any problem with money or banking, I think he's the right person to approach. He is a vice president of Samasta Microfinance Limited, who has more than 25 years of experience in banking and microfinance. Personally, I look up to him, especially as a passionate Toastmaster and very progressive in his maintenance of pathways. He is a Triple Crown and Pathkeepers awardee, and he feels gratitude brings fulfillment to both the giver and receiver. What a great thought. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me welcome Toastmaster Prakash on his speech titled Goosebumps and Butterflies. Goosebumps and Butterflies by Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati, for such a wonderful introduction. FEAR, fear, has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Madam Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters and welcome guest. I presume that every human being in this world had at least one time had experienced goosebumps in their life. They may express or not. Even I too had a few. Let me share my experiences. During school days, my friends took me to one of the most successful horror movie, Exorcist, which was screened in Urvashi Theatre. That too, late night show. Actually, I was not interested because I hate and afraid of watching horror movies. Because of friends' pressure, I agreed. We got seats in front of the screen. I felt like I was a Mr. Bean watching horror movie. Same feelings. Whenever there was a chilling sound, unknowingly my popcorn was jumping from my hands. I felt butterflies in my stomach. My palms started sweating and pressure in my stomach started building. I kept begging my friends to get out of the movie theater, but they did not agree and made me to sit till end of the movie. The goofiness carried on for an hour, after which they asked me if I wanted to join them to eat ice cream. Almost it was around 10 p.m. I thought this was a better plan than hanging out with spirits, so I gladly consented. They took me to the nearby big playground, presently where we have this Shantinagar bus stand, and they left me alone on pretext of attending nature call. That night was a pitch dark and biting cold temperature, and there was fog everywhere. Dead opposite to me was the graveyard. As soon as I saw it, I got goosebumps once again and started cursing on my friends in the worst possible unparliamentary words. A strong wind was blowing, and the swaying trees were creating an eerie noise. I could also hear some wild dogs howling in the vicinity. I was caught between the devil and the deep sea. I somehow garnered some courage and decided to stay. My legs were shivering and my heart was beating so hard that I could literally hear it. I started chanting Hanuman Chalisa mantra. That was the night I hoped God did exist. After around 30 minutes of waiting outside in the cold, dark, foggy night, I saw a distant human figure with a white long hair and gown coming out of the dense fog slowly towards me. As soon as I saw the figure, I screamed at the top of my lungs, but the figure kept on coming towards me. It jumped on me, and in a panic, without realizing what is happening, I kicked its butt, but as hard as I could. The figure also started screaming and abusing me, and later I realized that it was one of my friends who was playing a prank on me. As soon as my friends heard the sound of us yelling, they came out of the hiding and started laughing hysterically. I was so mad at them for playing this prank on me, but I was also very much relieved that the human figure was my best friend and not a real ghost. In the end, my friends took me to a Vivipuram chat street and treated me with a masala dosa and my favorite vanilla chocolate ice cream. Last week, Friday night also, I faced similar type of experience. It was late night around 3 a.m. I heard some weak sound. As I was under deep sleep, somehow I tried to open my eyes. Once again, I heard a booming voice similar to a Toastmaster Balaji's voice. It said, "I know where you are hiding." I was wondering, what does this mean? Added to this, I heard one more melodious tone like our Toastmaster Sanjana's voice. It said, "I know what you did in last summer." Hearing both the voices, I got goosebumps once again. When I opened the eyes, I saw a white object which was trying to float. I started screaming loudly, saying that, "Oh, Moini, Moini." My wife was sleeping next to me, patted on my back heavily, and asked what happened. I pointed at the white object. Immediately, she switched on the light. That white object was nothing but white dupatta, which she had kept it on the hanger. And because of the fan, it was floating in the air. It was a big relief for me, and somehow that night I managed to sleep. Morning, I came to know that it was my son, Toastmaster Bujwal, had done this mischief. So, fellow Toastmasters, your fears may come true, but if you have the courage, you may overcome those. Over to the Madam Toastmaster, Dr. Arundhati.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Prakash. We enjoyed your speech thoroughly. It reminded me of my childhood where I used to watch horror movies with closed eyes and ears. Thank you very much. Let us move on to the second speech for today. I would like to call upon the individual evaluator, Toastmaster Sandeep, to read out the project guidelines. Toastmaster Sandeep.
Thank you, Dr. Arundhati. This is a speech from Public Relations Strategies. It is a level 4 project. The purpose of this speech is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategies for any group or situation. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her public relations strategy. This is a 5 to 7 minute speech. Good luck to the speaker and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. The second speaker for today is a passionate teacher, inquisitive trainer, and energetic corporate host who loves food and fitness. It's a very difficult and intelligent combination, I feel. And he feels gratitude can convert this whole world more lovable. And I feel more livable too. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me welcome Toastmaster Balaji on the speech title, We Are Here For You. We Are Here For You by Toastmaster Balaji.
Welcome to Prime Time with your news reporter Shubham, 8 p.m. on News 99. After 2 years of the oil leak in the Pacific Ocean, Bell Companies Limited finally has decided to speak up about it. The Bell Companies was the reason for the crash of the entire oil pipe and the entire pipeline that reached all the way till the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, subjugating more than 250,000 marine life to threat of life-threatening diseases. Marine life was not just affected, but also the entire oceanic trench was definitely in a shape that we should have never seen it in. Bell Corporations Limited had to file more than 25 cases to safeguard itself from the petitions of the public and the governments. Finally, the PR agency of the Bell Companies Corporate Limited has decided to speak up. Let us find out what they want to say. A very good evening to everyone this planet Earth belongs to. 2018 was the dark year, not just to the ocean life, not just to the people of this world, but was the darkest year Bell Corporation Limited had ever seen. Bell Corporations Limited was known for its quality and fulfilling the needs of the world oil consumption in a systematic, in a seamless, and the most cost-effective manner. Bell Corporations Limited was the only brand which involved itself in both the production and the retailing of oil like no other brand on this planet. We became the biggest conglomerate when it came to oil refineries, and Bell Company Limited was a subornous name for anyone in the oil business. 2018, in one of our oil refineries, one of our mistakes led to an accident that created threat to the entire marine life. Though Bell Corporations Limited invested all its resources in clearing up the ocean floor and clearing up the ocean base and making life more pleasant and livable for the marine life, it is an episode that we at Bell Corporation Limited are not willing to forget. When we were trying to make this world a great place with great infrastructure, we also had to remember that the marine life had to be protected. And finally, we have decided that we want to change. We want to change for not just ourselves, not just for the world on land, but for the world within the water. Our last year's net profits were beyond $11.9 billion. And the last 5-year statements say that we have an average net profit of close to $16 billion. Our CEO, Ukram Thakre, has finally decided that we will be investing 25% of our net profit year on year into the cleaning up of ocean floor and making oceans a lot more livable. Bell Corporation Limited doesn't just want to clean up the mess that we created, but also all the dumping that is happening, especially from the Asian subcontinent and also the South American subcontinent, which mostly enters the Pacific Ocean. Bell Corporation Limited has been setting up centers in more than 35 coastal countries just with an intention to clear up the entire ocean surface area to make this entire condition more livable for the marine life. We are also in talks with the biggest and the most powerful governments of the world and trying to crack a deal of not allowing the garbage of any country enter the ocean without being treated. We have also tied up with the Singapore government and we have finally purchased the entire tech that goes behind Singapore's waste management, and now we are presenting this entire tech in more than 70 countries, and we are setting up the same systems so that all the garbage that is being disposed into the ocean is being treated before it is left out there into the ocean. Because here at Bell Corporation Limited, we are not just here to do business, but we are here to prove that sustainable living is beyond everything. Bell Corporation Limited has also ventured into the entire new market of testing solar panels for the Gen Next innovation. In the next 20 years, Bell Company Corporate Limited is not going to be dealing with just oil refineries, but we will be entering a whole new power hustle and we will be providing power, but in a lot more sustainable way. We have invested more than $35 billion into the new company, and this R&D is rampant, and we want to tell everyone in the world that we are here to create. We are here to make. We are here to let the world know that yes, we are there for you. One accident doesn't decide who we are, but what we do post that definitely decides who we are. And we at Bell Corporation are the people of this planet. We are here for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Balaji, for that highly informative, amazing speech. Thank you. With that, let us move on to the second session for today, session of table topics. This is the session where presence of mind as well as speaking skills are put to test. For this particular session, we have a young and energetic talent of Mekon, who is an electronics engineer by profession, pianist by passion who loves to go on road trips. He feels we have to be grateful to our family, friends, and family member and parents. And the best way to express gratitude is to repay whenever opportunity rises. My dear fellow Toastmasters, please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Rishabh as table topic master for today.
First of all, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Before I start off with the session, this session is really important because I feel impromptu speaking skills are going to be very handy at any other times. I would say, let it be a corporate time or any other situation. I feel it's good to have that spontaneous skill. And to the ones who are not really aware of what the session is, I, as the table topic master, would be rolling out topics to speakers randomly, and the speaker has to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. So, well, today I have garnered a lot of points. And without any further ado, let's start off the session. So the first topic, we have Toastmaster Krishnamurthy, and the topic is mention a time where you were really grateful to someone. I repeat, mention a time where you were really grateful to someone. Toastmaster Krishnamurthy.
I don't think he's in the meeting.
Okay, I think, yeah, I can move on with the, yeah, so this is going to go for Toastmaster Bhavani, and the topic is mention one good thing that happened to you today. I repeat, mention one good thing that happened to you today, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rishabh. Hope I'm audible clearly. Thank you. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters and guests. The one good thing which happened to me today was I am at my office right now. So today is the first day I'm at my workplace. So a journey where I'm starting after my graduation as a fresher. So I'm really grateful for this moment, wherein I am getting to actually be in person with few of my colleagues, wherein I can have a deep learning and have a growth in my particular field. So this place is where I garner all my thoughts and the learnings, and I am setting a path towards my successful future, wherein when I look back, I'll be always thankful to this very day or to this very moment where I'm cherishing it every time. So today there are many other things which I'll be grateful for every minute or every moment, but this is one highlight of today where I am grateful to my company and myself too. Thank you, and back to your topics, Master Toastmaster Rishabh.
That was really wonderful to know your highlight of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. For the next topic, we have Toastmaster Indrani, and the topic is how art plays an important role in one's life. I repeat, how art plays an important role in one's life. Toastmaster Indrani.
Am I audible? Okay. Good evening, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. The topic is, could you repeat, Rishabh?
How art plays an important role in one's life.
Thank you. So the topic is how art it is in one's role's life. Okay. So each one of us or myself play different role from the childhood days as we grow to a teenager, then taking the responsibilities, becoming a parent, taking care of children's, and goes on. So each stage at each role is very critical and important, and we need to enjoy it, first thing. And the second thing is we need to understand how important those roles are. We don't think like we'll get back another opportunity to play such roles. So whatever role it is, whether it is critical or it is easy, I don't think any role is easy as such. Everything, every stage is a learning for us. So let us enjoy each role, whatever it is, however situations are, however easy or difficult challenges that we come across in life. So each role, whatever we take, today the role what we take as a parent, me being a mother, so it takes an important role for me to take care of my child, to look into her every aspects of hers. And as she have a child, a girl child, and look in each stage of hers as she completes her schooling, then as she moves on to her college and graduations. So mother plays an important role also. So I should not tell like, okay, being a mother, I take all responsibilities, or how to balance the work life as well as the household work. So I cannot tell that it's very critical or important. It's just a role to play as a mother need to be played. So similarly, in each stage, we cannot tell that it is difficult or it is easy. Just let's enjoy each role, whatever we play it. So that's a thought on my. So let's enjoy as long as we are, and enjoy each moment and the seconds that we have been playing any of the role that throughout our life. So that's it from my side, and back to you, table topic master.
Moving on to the next topic, I would love to roll this topic to the humor king of the club, DTM Review Buster. And the topic is, a sense of humor is essential in one's personality. I repeat, a sense of humor is essential in one's personality, DTM MU1.
Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I was once a humor king because there was nobody better than me. But now there are, I think most of them are better than me. There are many, many more humor people, kings. But even then, I can give my perspective on the subject. But because I believe that sense of humor is something which is very, very much required for our life as a survival skill. Because what happens is life is always difficult. We always face problems. We have got faced difficulties. If you do not have a sense of humor, you will not be able to bear all the difficulties or problems in life. And when you see that, when you have a sense of humor, you have a perspective by which you can definitely help understand your problem and face it very properly. The beauty of humor is that it keeps yourself in a sense of comfort level, apart from keeping others. At the same time, let me tell you one thing, a sense of humor is not just laughing at somebody else's difficulties or whatever. For example, when a person slips on a banana peel, everybody laughs. You know why they laugh? I do not know whether anybody has analyzed why everybody, even the closest friend of him, even his wife of a person or husband of the person who has fallen, even they instantaneously they start laughing. Because what happens is they feel relieved that it has not probably happened to them. Probably that is the reason they help. But then a sense of humor is something different. Sense of humor is not the ability to speak or share a joke or share an anecdote which is humorous and enjoyable. The sense of humor is something which is your part of your personality, when which you see any aspect in life in the perspective in which take things in the lighter part of it, so that anything happens, you say that it must be it is like take it in a different sense, and that makes it more bearable. I think that makes it your sense of humor the most important survival skill anybody can practice. Now the question is, can you have are you born with it, or you can cultivate it? You can definitely cultivate a sense of humor. All you require is some attitudinal change, and enjoy at yourself. That's why whenever I speak, I use self-deprecating humor, because I can always appreciate problems in my own life and able to comfortably share with others. That requires, in my opinion, a sense of humor, which can be cultivated over a period of time. And that, again, I repeat and conclude that this is the most important single survival skill we can always have in our life. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, BTM Maneuver, and we never fail to keep a smile on our faces. Moving on to the next topic, it's going to be for visiting Toastmaster Soumya, and the topic is how social media is uniting the world. I repeat, how social media is uniting the world. Toastmaster Soumya.
First of all, thank you for providing me an opportunity to speak as table topic contestant. I think I have now garnered enough courage to talk about a table topics session at a club other than my home club. So the topic is how social media has helped us to unite the world. Few days back, a friend of mine told me about this unique thing about Facebook. Facebook, I'm sure all of you are aware of, right? It's a social networking site. I think it was started around the year 2007, if I'm not wrong. And then the logo was quite different. It was not the usual logo that we see now. So what was the logo there? That had a logo of 5 hands holding together and a world symbol in between. So my friend told me that, Soumya, do you know why they have used this logo? This is because any person in any part of the world is said to be connected to any random person in some other different part of the world through 5 handshake principle. I wondered, what is this 5 handshake principle, and how can you say that any person in any part of world, say in Africa, is connected to some other person who is in a slum in India? To which she told me that there has been a couple of researches done which says that, say suppose I know a person who is in Sri Lanka through Toastmasters, and that person happens to have a friend who studies in Harvard, and that person's neighbor happens to be studying in Japan. So in this way, any person in the world is connected to some other person in the world through just this 5 handshakes. So this was quite mesmerizing to me. Now there has been several anti-theories about this, saying the social media is actually dividing the world into polarizations. But I think this concept which my friend told me helped me assume the fact that it's actually social media is helping us bind the world. So back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you for the wonderful day. Definitely, social media makes it even a smaller world. Moving on to the next topic, we have Toastmaster Shiva, and the topic is, do you think vegan is a trend? I repeat, do you think vegan is a trend? Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you for that topic, Rishabh. Yes, definitely. I think that vegan is a trend nowadays. It's vegan is like it originated from abroad, not really in India. Like in India, we always had vegetarians who consume plant products and animal products, which is basically milk and the other things related to milk. So, and vegans, if you want to live as a vegan, it requires a lot of money. It's an expensive lifestyle. You need to drink others, almond milk and all that other stuff, which not many people might be able to afford. So, you can definitely continue your life as a vegetarian. It is equally as healthy, is what I feel. And thank you, and back to you, Rishabh.
Moving on to the next topic, we have Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, and the topic is parents are the most influential factors in our lives. I repeat, parents are the most influential factors in our lives. Toastmaster Vijay.
Thank you, table topic master. Good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. Yes, definitely, parents play a very vital role in children's development growth. Needless to say, the logical as well as emotional part, if one were to take, the logical part is always imparted not only by parents but also from teachers and society members. But when it comes to the question of emotional development as such, the question mark is always there. Maybe that parents may not be in a position to understand the child's need of emotionality. That's where child feels that she or he is deprived of that particular area or arena. This one thing makes a child either to grow and become a better person or get into the wrong hands and become a terrorist or something else which is not conducing to the development of the society as a whole. So parents definitely play a very vital role in developing the child, not only child, even in the adulthood, right type of directions. So I do agree that parents play a very vital role. Thank you and back to you.
I totally agree with Toastmaster Vijay Upendra's take, and thank you for the speech. Thank you for the talk. And the next topic goes to Toastmaster Gaurav, and the topic is real learning doesn't occur in a classroom. I repeat, real learning doesn't occur in a classroom. Toastmaster.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters once again. I truly agree to this because I was very bad in studying. So I was an average student. In school days, we used to learn all this trigonometry and all this chemistry. I never used this trigonometry in my life, not even once in my practical life. The job I do, I'm from a finance background. Of course, little bit of addition, subtraction, and all these little bit formulas is required, but I never used trigonometry, all this acute angle, obtuse angle in my work life. So all these things, all this trigonometry and all these unwanted subjects, I feel should be removed from the education system is what I feel, and maybe train the students in a practical life. For example, there is a problem in some plumbing problem is there at the house, and for small issues, it's call the plumber or a carpenter just to fix a door handle or whatsoever. So you can train people to take care of themselves, the small necessities, instead of calling someone and paying 400 to 500. Instead, do it yourself. So it's better to train the students in a way that which is more practical in life than teaching all this trigonometry, and which is we won't use this never in our life. It's what I feel. Thank you and back.
Well, indeed, thank you for that acute take on the topic. Moving on to the last topic, I would love to roll this over to any guests out there. And the topic is why peer pressure can be damaging. I repeat, why peer pressure can be damaging, and any guest can be. Maybe
I'd like to, yeah, I'd like to. So the topic on the hand is why peer pressure can be damaging. So let's understand humans generally. So if we see, it's a well-versed principle that we are the average of 5 people around us. So if you see a family of all doctors, so the probability is that the last child in the family becomes another doctor. So similarly, if all my friends they're doing stock market trading, I tend to start stock market trading. If all my friends are business enthusiasts, even if I'm not, I tend to increase my increase the way I like business because of their perception, because what is happening. So as long as it's good, fine. But the other way around, it could be bad. So it's a double-edged sword. So peer pressure becomes very influential in a bad way in those situations. So pressure could be mitigated. The bad effects of peer pressure, the good effects, it should be nurtured. The bad effects, it could be mitigated by having proper conversations, specifically with children. With elders and adults, so we can't, their life is already in their hands, so their decisions, they face the consequences. But when it comes to children, peer pressure should be very carefully observed by parents. This could be the bad effects could be avoided by having proper conversations, clearing their doubts, and having awareness sessions from schools, colleges. Thank you.
I totally agree with your opinion. Thank you. And here we come to an end of the session. All of the speakers were really great, and I hand over the session to MC.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rishabh, for that amazing table topic session. Thank you very much, participants, for your innovative and inspiring responses. With this, we have come to the end of second session. Now it's time for 10 minutes networking break. Now it's 7:53. Shall we rejoin at 8:03?
request all the online members to please switch on your cameras.
Welcome back to the third and last session for today, session of general evaluation. For this, we have with us a person from Macon who is known for her cool and composed manner, who can manage any role in an elegant manner. A science graduate who has done postgraduate diploma in system management, who is actively involved with Innerwheel, one of the largest women's voluntary service organizations. Her view about gratitude is, gratitude brings prosperity in life. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Lalana Murthy as General Evaluator for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Bill Gates said, "We all need people who will give us feedback. That is how we improve." Thanks to Toastmasters International for this concept of feedback, which is what this general evaluation is all about. As the general evaluator, I'll be reflecting on the proceedings of the meeting with the help of the role takers and the individual evaluators. Coming to the meeting started at 6:37 p.m., which is acceptable, I should say, due to the technological constraints of a hybrid meeting. I have attended some physical meetings and I know the challenges involved. There was a detailed business session today as there were many points to be covered. The President gave the update on the role takers and speakers for the next meeting on behalf of the VP Education. VP PR Gaurav had a couple of announcements, which he's been doing for the last two or three meetings, I suppose. He requested the members to follow the District 121 webpage, and he is also requested the members to contribute articles towards the newsletter that is going to come up shortly. Then we also had an audio recording of immediate past President DTM Udanka, who is requesting the members to send in their nominations for the different posts for the next term. We also had President Sai Snehal informing about a demo meeting that happened recently wherein 5 of our members participated and which is going to result in the chartering of a new club. So it was indeed a detailed business session today. Acting Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Gaurav, started the meeting and related to the theme with the quote, "Always have an attitude of gratitude." He also said that we should celebrate Thanksgiving every day instead of having a particular day as is done in some of the Western countries. His introduction of the President was also done very well, giving a personal touch to it, as he mentioned that he's a senior from his own college. As I have observed, Toastmaster Gaurav is a committed Toastmaster and never misses a single meeting, and he always steps in to take up any role. It was no different today, so let's have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Gaurav. Coming to the President's address, President Sai Snehal started off with the guest introductions, and the Secretary's report was read out by Toastmaster Ujjwal. The President also mentioned about an amendment about the particulars of a speech, which has to be corrected. And then President Sai Snehal opened the meeting, and as I've observed, President Sai Snehal has been doing very well at the online meetings. And now he's getting into the groove at the offline meetings as well. He's eloquent and makes it look very easy. He connected to the theme very beautifully with 2 stories which is his hallmark as always. He either gives a personal incident or a story to bring out the theme. He also brought out the fact that it is not only riches which make you rich, but the act of gratitude. He reiterated that instead of taking things for granted, let's be grateful for all the things that we are blessed with. His introduction of the MC was very good, and he connected it to the theme as well by appreciating her and then introduced and presented her to the gathering. Can we have a big round of applause for President Sai Snehal, please? We'll now have the evaluations of the speeches. The first speaker was Toastmaster Prakash. I request the individual evaluator DTM AK Prabhakara to evaluate the speech.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I would like to declare that the speech given by Dr. Prakash was almost a model speech. It had clear opening body and conclusion, and he was able to loop up the opening with the conclusion. That's a very, very important as far as speech is concerned. And he used two instances to back up his opening. One was the prank played by his friends taking him to a movie Exorcist, and the other one was by his son Toastmaster Ujjwal. Both were really embedded very well and woven into the speech. And this was a classical way the Toastmasters are expected to follow as far as speech is concerned, and that he has never forgotten that this was the first lesson that is taught in Toastmasters in the icebreaker speech itself. This is not repeated elsewhere in the Toastmasters, but he has stuck to it very well. Coming to the specification of the Toastmasters, as far as this project is concerned, he has to use the gestures in an effective way. And there, in fact, it is told in this project, there are 4 kinds of gestures. That is DESP, acronym DESP, descriptive, effective, suggestive, and prompting. These are the 4 types of gestures. And he has used the 3 effectively. The 4th one, the prompting one, it was not needed, and so he has dropped. I can understand that. The descriptive stuff was there when it came to the friends being coming with a white robe next to the graveyard. It was very, very, his description was so well done. You were a part of the story. You would like that. And when it comes to emphatic, there were gestures that it was very natural that he showed his palm. These are all the things that he did very well. I just wanted to bring out, there are 4 kinds of gesture. That is the point that I was trying to make. And there was no other nervousness display, like clutching his hands or something like lip movement and holding the fingers like this in nervousness. There is nothing to hold to, and he was very free. And that is the hallmark of a good speaker. He has to keep doing it more and more, and he will feel more comfortable with the audience. And he is very creative as far as speech topics are concerned. I feel I was enriched by the simplicity with which he approached the whole speech, and it was very, very well done. All the best for him. More he does, the better it's for the club. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM AK Prabhakara, for that textbook evaluation. You touched upon the organization of the speech and how the speaker linked it to the opening and the conclusion, as it should be and as it is, I think, advised in the Toastmasters objectives also. You highlighted all the positive aspects, such as the right gestures and the confidence of the speaker. So let's have a round of applause for both the evaluator and the speaker. The second speech was by Toastmaster Balaji. I request Toastmaster Sandeep to evaluate the speech.
Good evening, everyone. think in general evaluation, when the evaluator comes, the speaker is under pressure. But when your first evaluation is done by DTM A.K. Prabhakara, the evaluator himself is under pressure here. I am sure that you have already listened to the first evaluation and will take inputs from DTM A.K. Prabhakara's evaluations. For the evaluation today, we had public relations strategies level 4 project, and the purpose of this speech was to understand and use the public relations strategies to either reinforce your positive image or create an image, or you can change the image of a brand from negative to positive. I think the speaker here today had done excellent work in terms of choosing the introduction and the title to create the the enthusiasm in the audience. And in terms of the media chosen for the message was excellent, because you are speaking on a prime time TV channel which has got maximum audience, and you can deliver your message to maximum audience. The speech had clear understanding of the purpose and the clear understanding of the desired outcome. The purpose was to create the negative image of the company to a positive image in front of the audience. The speech had enough information like who, why, where, how the spillage has done, and who created it, and what the company is taking action to take care of the spillage. And the problem chosen by the speaker, it was really easy to connect, because we are all aware of the ocean pilferage and the harms to the ocean animals or living inside. So it was a very good topic chosen to get the audience connection. The improvement, yes, there was one optional improvement which the manual also has, the use of visual aids. For example, if you could have shown a visual aid like before, after, you saw a picture of oil pilferage and you saw the picture after it has been cleared. So it gets into the mindset. You said so many billions of profit. So it is very difficult to imagine those numbers. You create a pie chart, this is the profit, this much is going for public welfare, this much is going for creating sustainable power. So that could give a more impactful information. So this is what I am sure when you will reach on the top and you will have someone to assist you, you ask him to create these pictures. Excellent speech, and I am sure that the speaker A.S. Balaji has retained his positive image on his brand. So back to you, speaker, and good luck. And I wish you give more impactful speeches on this platform.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep, for that encouraging evaluation based on the guidelines of the speech. You rightly highlighted the strengths of the speaker, such as having a good title and choosing the right media to convey the message. Your recommendations to the speaker to use visual aids showing pics of before and after spillage was rightly done. So can we have a round of applause for both the speaker and the evaluator? We'll now have the reports of the role takers. I request Timer Toastmaster Rashmi to give her report.
Good evening once again. Here is my detailed report. Master of Ceremony Arundhati, Toastmaster Arundhati ma'am so far taken 18 minutes, and Speaker 1 Toastmaster Prakash has taken 6 minutes 10 seconds. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Balaji have taken 7 minutes 40 seconds. Then about table topics, Toastmaster Rishabh has taken 2 minutes. Toastmaster Bhavani 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Indrani 2 minutes 45 seconds. DTM MU Bhatt sir 3 minutes. And Toastmaster Soumya 2 minutes 40 seconds. And Shiva has taken 1 minute. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Gaurav 1 minute 30 seconds. And about guest Harsha has taken 1 minute 56 seconds. And general evaluator Lalana Murthy ma'am has taken so far 5 minutes. Evaluator 1 Toastmaster AK Prabhakara sir has taken 2 minutes 50 seconds, and about evaluator 2 Toastmaster Sandeep has taken 3 minutes 38 seconds. Thank you. Back to you, Master General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi, and kudos to you for taking up the role of the timer in the last minute. However, I think you should also have mentioned, noted down the timings of the Sergeant at Arms address, the business session, and the President's address, which I think you missed. You have to start off as soon as the meeting starts, and then after that you come to the... Have you noted down, or did I miss hearing it?
Yeah, I have. I have taken down, but I forgot to mention.
Okay, you started off with the MC and then you went to the evaluators and the table topic session and all that. And also another suggestion I would like to give you is, instead of mentioning each speaker's timings, you can just tell that time taken for the table topic session was so and so, and all the speakers have crossed the 1 minute mark.
Oh.
I think that will be better. So, but for that, a very good report.
Thank you.
I now request our counter Toastmaster Ujjwal for his report.
A very happy evening, everyone, once again. By listening to today's meeting, I would like to appreciate both the prepared speakers as they have challenged themselves to cut down the overused words and filler sounds. So kudos to both the speakers. Now coming to my report, Toastmaster Arundhati 1 hour, Toastmaster Rashmi 2 hours, and then coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Prakash 1 hour. I repeated word I for 3 times, crutch word but for 2 times. DTM AK Prabhakara R 2 times. Toastmaster Sandeep 4 hours 1 repeated word and 2 times. Toastmaster Rishabh in table topic master as a table topic master 5 hours. Repeated word and 3 times. Toastmaster Bhavani 1 hour. Repeated word so 2 times. Toastmaster Indrani 1 hour 1 repeated word so 4 times. DTM MU Bhatt 2 hours. Guest Toastmaster Soumya 2 hours. Toastmaster Shiva 1 hour. Toastmaster Gaurav 1 hour, and guest Harsha 1 hour. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator Toastmaster Lalana ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujjwal, for that very comprehensive report. I now call upon Toastmaster Shiv Prasad to give his report as the grammarian.
Good evening to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I have a lot more not so good usages today compared to the good usages. Maybe it is because we humans are wired to focus on the negatives more than the positives. Okay, so the good usages were awestruck and rolling out topics and eloquent. And the not so good usages, grateful to it could have been grateful for it. For their surprise could have been to their surprise. And what she told could have been what she said. Refrain talking about could have been refrain speaking about. With closed eyes and ears could have been with my eyes and ears closed. Role what we take up could have been role that we take up. I cannot tell that, could have been I cannot say that. And there has been, could have been there have been. And the word of the day was garner. It was used by Toastmaster Sai Snehal, once Toastmaster Arundhati, Toastmaster Prakash, Toastmaster Rishabh, Toastmaster Bhavani, and Toastmaster Song. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiv Prasad, for that impeccable report, I should say. I now request Gaurav to give his report as a parliamentary procedure evaluator.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters once again. None of the speakers spoke about sex, religion, or politics, and all these members in the online meeting, I could see most of them were switching off their videos. Now many are switching it on. Maybe I came to speak. Other than that, all the offline members were switched off their phone, and there was no disturbance over here. It was a flawless meeting. Thank you, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. I would now request everyone to vote for the best role takers and the speakers and the table topic speakers. I think the link has been sent out. I request everyone to vote for the same. Can we now have a round of applause for all the role takers who ensure that the meetings go on effectively every week? Now, coming to the table topics master, Toastmaster Rishabh. He started off by explaining the purpose of the table topics and also its importance outside Toastmasters. I like the way he had compiled very simple and relatable topics which everybody could respond to. Even the guest who is attending for the first time, in fact, he had a very good take on the topic. So I think this is the essence of any successful table topic session. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Rishabh, please? Now let's come to the star of today's show, Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati. At the outset, let me compliment Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati on the selection of the theme. Be grateful. Though it seems very simple, it's really profound. Especially in the current scenario, there's so much to be grateful for all of us. Toastmaster Arundhati elaborated on the theme with a story about a sage and his disciple who reacted differently while facing the same adversities. She also had a personal anecdote about a patient and brought out the essence of gratitude when things do not go your way. I like the way she also had the transition from the theme to the history of Toastmasters, like how we should be grateful to Ralph C. Smedley for all of us being here today and benefiting from it. That was done really well. Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati went on to explain about the meeting structure of Toastmasters, and she also introduced the role takers appropriately. Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati has a pleasant demeanor, and it's always a pleasure to listen to her. Whenever she's speaking, you can feel the genuineness, and she sincerely feels what she expresses. It is fitting that she's in this noble profession, I should say, and her patients are really lucky to be interacting with her. Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati wove the meeting like a beautiful tapestry. Being very meticulous, she had all the introductions in place and also managed to garner the speaker's thoughts on the theme. The meeting went on flawlessly. Wonderful job done, Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati. Can we have a thunderous round of applause for Toastmaster Arundhati, please? With that, I would like to hand over the charge back to Toastmaster Arundhati.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Lalana Murthy, for that critical and competent evaluation. I'm hopeful that all the tips which you have given will be implemented in the days to come. Thank you very much. Just before ending, I would like to quote a statement by William Arthur Ward. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Whenever we feel grateful, let us express it and make our life and others' lives happier. With this, I would like to hand over the charge back to the President.
Good evening once again. What a grateful and a wholesome meeting it was today. We had wonderful emceeing, table topics, and also a wonderful, brilliant general evaluation by a general evaluator today. It takes effort to put into a hybrid meeting, and we here every week, we encounter a new problem every single time. And in spite of that, we come to the end of every single meeting without any hassle. Thanks to the wonderful team that I have here today with me. Well, let me quickly get on to the winners of today's meeting. Starting off with the best role takers and the best role taker for Tab G. And before I mention the winners, we have about 20 participants, including the online and the in-person. And I have received so far 19 responses, and the results will be based on that. Starting off with the best role takers for Tab G. It goes to our secretary, Toastmaster Rujwal, as the hour counter. Please give him a huge round of applause. Next up, going to the best role taker for MTG. Wow. It goes to the one who is grateful. That is Toastmaster Dr. Arundhati. Now, coming to the best speaker, evaluator, and table topic speaker. Seems like a bit of a competition here, although we do have a winner. Okay, coming to the best speaker for today, it goes to the one who told us such wonderful, beautiful stories. Our Associate VP Education, Toastmaster Prakash. Here is your ribbon, sir. Coming to the best evaluator. This evaluator has not only been winning evaluations, but helping them win speeches. Our very own distinguished Toastmaster, A.K. Prabhakara. Coming to the best table topic speaker, he's the one who is benchmarked in a certain stage or certain aspect, but yet with the topic given to him, which he was profound, has profound knowledge, he's stolen the show again. Goes to our distinguished Toastmaster, M.U. Bhatt. Congratulations to all the winners for today. So coming to the feedback that we all give and receive on Basecamp, I have been receiving a lot of feedback, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you that put that good speech on my Basecamp profile. It feels really nice to see that, and I also request you all also to kindly go to Basecamp, give a feedback to persons you feel they deserve it. I will be sharing the link on how to do this again by the end of today or tomorrow. There's a detailed video which has been done long ago. This will help you to also navigate how you can use the Basecamp and other resources. And also, if you have another minute or so, you can notify the speaker on WhatsApp or a message, because the Basecamp itself does not have any notification feature system that lacks it. And thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani, for pointing that out. The links to all of these, what I'm mentioning, let it be timer cards or role takers, or even how to give feedback in Basecamp, is in the WhatsApp group description. If you are a part of it, you can just go to the group discussion. There is one link, and that link has access to everything that we have and everything that we have in use in our meetings. Alternatively, you can also watch videos for improvement, which will be sent later on. That will help you to see where you can improve yourself and go to the next level. With this, we come to the end of today's meeting, and I request everyone to kindly stay back for a photo. And with this, I close meeting number 1139, and I request everyone to kindly stand up for national anthem. Thank you, everyone. See you all next week.